I've been taking it just day by day. You know, I got things I gotta improve on myself, but you know, the guys in that room they make it easy because they want it just as much as me.
What is it like when you look around? There's no JL, no Tyreek. Some of these guys have been there for a long time.
I look around in the DB room right now, and I just see a lot of playmakers right now, a lot of guys that's hungry right now.
How eager are you guys to show that maybe some of you guys, I know you played a lot last year, but a lot of guys maybe were in the shadows of some of
Mhm.
those guys and want a chance to kind of prove that you guys can play too?
Yeah, those guys they just been coming in working every day, trying to get better. You know, we even though those guys have left, the standard stays the same. So we just coming in every day and just working.
How's your spring ball going?
My spring ball is going well. I have one pick so far. There's a lot of things I want to do better than other things, of course. But that's what spring ball is about: fixing the things where fixing where you're lacking. So that's kind of what I've been my main focus during spring ball.
I'm sure this comes up with you all the time, but you're not the biggest guy for a safety, but you're still physical, you're still out there and you're productive. How much is kind of proving people that you don't have to be the biggest guy, but you can still play? How much has that kind of motivated you over your career?
Really, it's just proving to myself that I know what I'm capable of. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what other think. If I know what I'm capable of, I just got to make sure I put that work in so I can go prove that to myself on Saturdays.
Is there a time from your career where you remember having to prove that? Maybe a big matchup in a game or a coach you had to prove wrong, anything like that?
You know, I'm always challenging myself. So at the end of the day, it comes down to me. So it's just proving myself right at the end of the day.
Who'd you pick off, Taylor?
Yeah, and
Tell me about that.
every day, it's just us going against each other, wanting to compete. Before practice, we always make sure we come to each other and tell each other, "Let's go," because we know we're trying to accomplish this year. So, and I think the pick was on kind of a fast break. I was lurking in the post, and he didn't see me, and I just came over and stole one from him.
Last year was your first time in college getting extended playing
Mm-hmm.
time. When you go back and look at the season and watch the film on it, what were your takeaways and your review of yourself?
Just a few things like maybe tackling and just understanding situations better and how I could better put myself in a better position to make more plays. I felt like I left a lot of plays out there, so that's been the main focus in spring.
I think the last time that we spoke, you mentioned that Tyreek Jones stood on the table for you and got you here during the recruiting process. Did you guys know each other before you got here, and what was your relationship like?
Yeah, so I kind of I knew of T Jones like during high school, but then as his senior year when he transferred to San G, that's kind of when I started knowing him a little bit more because we started training around and playing for the same 7-on-7 programs and stuff. So it was just kind of that mutual. Then his parents, I was real close to them as well, so that kind of just connected us right there too.
So did he actually talk to the coaches about you and kind of give them a scouting report? And like you said, stay on the table to get you
Oh
here?
yeah, yeah, most definitely he did that for me, and I appreciate that to this day because I know I made the best decision coming to Boise State.
What was it about Boise State? Why'd you choose Boise State? I know you were pretty sold on San Diego State before
Hmm.
that, right?
Yes, sir. But it was just the family vibe. It was just something different. I'm big on family, and I knew when they came to talk to me, and then I didn't even take a visit yet, and it's just the people here before me, like Alexander Madison. I'm close with him as well. Seeing those guys, Billy Bowen, seeing those guys I played against or know come through this program and be successful, so that played a big role for me as well.
What have you seen in the growth of Tubes this spring? It seems like he's extremely vocal, and I mean going through every
You
rep.
said Tubes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just Tubes. That's somebody you need on your football team for sure. You need a Alex Tubner on your team. The effort that guy plays with every play, every snap, it reminds you if you think you're not if you think you're playing hard enough, you need to look at Alexander Tubner because that's how hard you need to be playing.
So you expect, opening week, Seattle, you expect Tubner to be a starting safety?
For sure. If that's what our defense needs, Tube is going to be in position whatever he needs to do for this team.
I know some guys are obviously out injured, so it changes a little bit. But you look across the board. I mean, every position's got some big holes to fill. I mean, as a defense as a whole, do you feel like you guys are ready for that challenge?
Oh yeah, for sure. The expectation for this defense this year is to be better than last year, and we have all the guys to do that. And I'm extremely confident that we will be better than last year's defense.
You talked about twos, the two safeties together, you and Tubner. If nothing's given, but if you guys end up starting this season, what do you say about that combination of safety?
It's gonna be real exciting. Dudes that's flying around and hungry to get to the ball. Two, he's one of those guys for sure. You haven't been able to see it because you have a guy like JL in front of him, but this year it'll be on full display.
Now that you get a chance to do it for a second year, potentially as a starter, what kind of stamp do you want to put on this position?
I just want to show that I'm one of the best in the country. I know the expectations I set for myself. I challenge myself every day, and I know I can be one of the best in the country. I just got to put the work in.
Kind of getting to the close to the end of spring camp. How has the secondary come along throughout this process?
The secondaries came along real well. Guys are, like I said, guys are competing right now. And like I said, it's a lot of new guys, so they're still learning. But I tell you, we got a lot of playmakers in this secondary.
Who's impressing you at corner? I mean, there's a lot of reps there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, who's looking good?
Amarion McCoy has definitely stepped up. With some guys being down, he's definitely stepped up and made a lot of plays. I want to say Deontay, too, coming in from fall camp, just working on things like finishing and like the little things like that. But the jump he's made from fall camp through the season to spring ball right now, he's definitely improved.
What's this last week like where you're going to get a couple practices left and you don't pick the pads up again for 3-4 months? How do you finish strong this last week?
This is the most crucial week for us because this is, like you said, this is the last few practices before there's no football for a minute. So this week is crucial to fine tune the things we need to fine tune within ourselves. So for me, it might be just being a better post player, and for people it's different. So just making sure we fine tune those things before spring ball, so we know going into fall camp what we did good and the things we still need to improve in.
You mentioned picking off Talon. How different, better does he look compared to getting thrown in the fire last year to now kind of knowing he's QB1?
Taylor is going to be on everybody's radar this year. I promise you that. It's going to be real exciting football with the offense we got right now. Appreciate it.